Today is Mental Health Awareness Month, and African Americans today face mental health disparities driven by historical trauma, racism, and social economic barriers. And Black adults are reportedly less likely to receive mental health treatment than other groups.
Yeah, Ricky, according to reports, almost half of all Black Americans with mental health challenges try to manage them on their own. Oftentimes even feeling pressure to just be strong. Some other reasons for not getting help include lack of health insurance, systematic discrimination, and a shortage of culturally aware providers.
Right, Brad. And mental health touches every part of our lives, from housing and work to relationships and community. And when mental health challenges arise, they can often intersect with substance abuse or self-medication.
And so this morning we're talking about the importance of mental health awareness, and our guest today is a licensed therapist, Spirit. Good morning.
Good morning, my love. Y'all are saying it this morning. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, this Spirit, this is so important because, I'm in therapy, and a lot of people are in therapy, and therapy helps. What are some of the things, when a person needs therapy and they don't get it? So, some of the things that happen.
Your whole life falls apart, Ricky, because everything that we have ever experienced lives in our body. And so as you guys talked about, what happens is we become ticking time bombs, just doing the best that we can to try to hold it all together and not feel anything. So it totally kills the entire quality of our life. We just go on autopilot and we're numb.
Now, Spirit, there is so much going on in the world today. The news is just diabolical everywhere you look. War, racism, inflation, politics, whatever. But a lot of people are under some type of stress. How can somebody tell the difference between stress and a real mental health issue?
Okay, well, I want everyone to recognize that it's not your job to have to figure out whether or not you have a real mental health issue. If you are dealing with stress, and we all are, some of it is good stress, like the promotions that we're trying to get, the weddings, the babies, the graduations, the you name it, right? And then there are the invisible stressors that we cannot see, the way that our bodies are just exhausted and tired, and the other health conditions that we have. And then, of course, there are all the negative stressors that you all mentioned. And what I want people to recognize is that you don't just go to therapy when you're in crisis or when you're not doing well. You go to therapy as a form of prevention in order to maximize your mental well-being. Right. Therapy is for everybody. We don't just wait until we have to go to the emergency room in order to manage our health. And so that's what I want people to recognize. When we talk about mental health, we're talking about your overall well-being, how well you are thinking, how well you are feeling, how well your body is able to navigate the stressors of the day. And so I want people to recognize you don't have to know when something is wrong. You have to stay in front of the people who are trained to diagnose and to make sure that if something is wrong, we fix it. And if nothing is wrong, we keep it that way.
So Spirit, do you think we should actually go to therapy, or shouldn't we just pray?
Yeah.
Child, listen, I try to explain.
Some sense too, child.
Come on. He gave us the healers. He was a healer. He gave us his son who was a healer. So we have to pay attention. It's not for us to try to make ourselves well. If you were having a heart attack, you wouldn't say, should I just go into my kitchen and grab some scissors and start to get to work on myself? If you were having an asthma attack, you wouldn't say, I can't breathe, but let me just go in here and pray that the breath comes back into me. What you have to recognize is that mental health professionals are health care professionals. We are here to make sure that everything that you are experiencing in your body is for your good. And many of the things that people are experiencing, they don't recognize are tied to their mental health. From the asthma, from the eczema that you're dealing with, from the hypertension, the high blood pressure, all of the autoimmune diseases and everything else, the cancers, you name it, it is tied directly to the quality of your mental wellness. And so if you are not able to make those connections, that tells me you are not sitting in front of the right person who is there to help guide you and help you be well.
Man, Spirit.
No.
I know we got to go, so just go ahead, Ricky.
No, I was just going to say real quick before we go to break, and we're going to be taking your calls on the other side. and you can't YouTube everything. I tried to YouTube to get my dishwasher started. Oof. I end up having to call. Jesus. Hey. No, that's a good analogy. I had to end up getting somebody to come and fix the dishwasher and reset the dishwasher so it'll work until the part that comes in tomorrow. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.
Loving the dress,
Very slowly. Hi, I'm Alfreda. How are you?
Thank you. I just got back.
Wow.
Yes, I didn't be taking y'all. That's too interesting. I wish it was that. Okay.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Everybody riding around in them damn Harley Davidson, Eddie Bauer edition motorcycles playing that T.I. song. You don't own that.
Come on.
No, because I do. That's me all day, shot.
Tired of y'all riding around playing that loud. You don't have to play it that loud. We like the song too, but we want to hear the music that we playing. If we playing Anita Baker, we don't want your engine's already loud on your motorcycle with your little tight jeans. Riding them hogs, special case with the got the I don't know. They be doing
them leather chaps.
Yeah, them leather chaps
with the little things hanging on the side.
Yes,
about
saddlebags.
Y'all ain't chips. All right, y'all. We got Spirit in the building. May is Mental Health Awareness Month. Spirit's so happy. We got licensed therapist Spirit. And before we go to the phone line, Alfreda and Brad both have a question for you. Go ahead, Brad, Alfreda.
I just want to know when you should get a child therapy. At what age should they go into therapy? Like really, really young, like under 5 or 10 or 15? Like what's an appropriate age?
Well, it really depends on their life factors. So we do see children as young as 5 years old in therapy. But usually it's because there is a trauma that has been experienced. And I want people to recognize more than anything, especially during this time of year, I want people to understand that 50% of all mental illness develops before the age of 14. Yeah, everybody's face is just like, what? Yes, let me say that again. 50% of all mental illness develops before the age of 14 in this country, and 75% before the age of 24. That means most people are walking around with mental health conditions from trauma that we have experienced as children. So it really becomes important that we don't leave children out of the conversation, because they're not just young adults. Their bodies are not made to process the trauma that they are under. And most of them are surviving us. Let's just be real. Now more than ever,
right.
Most of them are surviving us. So when we talk about things like the racism, children are experiencing racism that they can't understand, not just from their peers, but also from their teachers and the administrators. It is ridiculous. Children are experiencing things around loss, grief, trauma, the same things that adults are experiencing with nobody there to check on them. So it becomes critical that we don't leave them out of the conversation, and for our pediatricians that they are diagnosing for things like learning disorders, ADHD, depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder. It is important that they are included in this conversation.
Well, my question is, how do we find a good therapist? Because I've been to a couple, and it's the brat this and the brat that, and it just throws me off, and then I don't want to talk to them anymore, and I want to leave. And then
what did they become like a fan?
If not at the beginning, at the end. You know, I listened to your records when I was in your songs, got me through school.
Man, when I tell you, don't nobody want to hear that doing
that turns
therapy
me
or
off.
massage.
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 But then when I talk to white people,
therapy.
they can't really relate. They have decent advice, but it's just very bare minimum. It's not fitted to me and what I'm talking about. So it's just really hard to find somebody to trust. And then you go to the other side, then they don't know what the hell they talking about because they can't relate to a black woman's
Brett, I got
issues.
3. You talking. We got Spirit right here.
I know, Spirit is booked, child.
Yeah,
Booked and busy.
You can't get in with Spirit.
Brett, you got Unetta.
Unetta can't practice in Georgia.
Oh, and
if Unetta knows her, unfortunately, Unetta can't practice with her either, Rickey. So it's a challenging question, right?
So how we find her somebody?
Well, how she finds that person is recognize first and foremost. She has to know what it is that she thinks she's coming into therapy for, right?
So I want to talk about everything. I don't have no specific thing.
Well, hallelujah.
It's a lot of stuff.
Yes, but when you know, and she almost went there, right? But when you know what you're coming in for, I want to talk about relationships. I want to talk about the loss of somebody that I loved. Those are the starting points, right? So when you are looking for a therapist, you want somebody who understands and specializes in that work. Not all therapists are created equal. Some people want to come because I got some job issues and I just want to kind of blow off some steam about what I'm dealing with at work. That is a different conversation than I am suicidal and I do not want to be here anymore. So first and foremost, we want to understand what it is that we're coming into therapy for as the starting point. And I usually tell people what you think you're starting with is not the reason that you're actually coming into therapy. Okay?
Can I screen some people? Can I screen some people for you, Brett?
Yeah,
because what we can do is we can do some consultations, and this is where it becomes important. When you think that you're coming into therapy for a particular thing, I tell people you want to interview your therapist. You don't just go and the first one you sit down and start telling all your problems.
Right.
Okay.
See?
So if you have an EAP program, an employee assistance program, if you have a job, you can start there. There are directories, and you can call your HR department and you can tell them, listen, I want to find a great therapist. These are some of the things that I think that I might want to work on. They do not know what you're working on, okay? So a lot of people go, well, I don't want to go through EAP because I want it to stay confidential. It is still a confidential process. They are just giving you some referrals. So they may give you 4 or 5 names, and then you call those individuals. If you have health insurance, you can look at the back of your health insurance card. There is a directory there. And so you can literally go through there, or you can go on social media to be able to do that. You find the person who you feel like you can really talk to.
Spirit, you got some more time. Can I bring you on the other side?
I got time because I really want to answer this question about the parasocial relationships too, because it is really hard, and we have to hold some therapists accountable too.
You ain't gonna be able to answer if we don't go to commercial right now.
Let's go. Hurry up. Let's go.
All right, y'all. We got the one and only Spirit. Felicia Thomas is on with us this morning. Spirit, we're so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here. Come on now.
Felicia Thomas.
Felicia Thomas. That's your new name, Spirit.
Felicia.
Spirit. Felicia Thomas.
Do I want to ask why?
I would say Holy
Probably not, huh?
Spirit. No, I'm just. All right, let's go to the phones. 86. We're talking about therapy this morning. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. 866-9 Rickey. Let's go to the phones. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. This is Belisa from Tennessee. I just had a question about how to control your anger when someone that you love and care about is actually disrespecting you. I know you can say just walk away, and it can be easily said and done, but how do you adjust to someone calling you the N-word and you love them?
Well, what I say is you don't try to control your anger, you control your presence and your participation. Because if you are having experiences that you don't want to have, if you remove either of those things, you will no longer have those experiences. So I don't believe in anger management in the same way a lot of clinicians do. I believe that you get to the root of what is causing the anger and then you eliminate it, whether that is what is presently happening or what has already happened. And so what you're talking about is emotional abuse. You are asking me as a therapist, how do you endure someone that you love abusing you? And my answer to that is you don't. So it's not just about walk away, because you already have to do the work on the trauma that has already happened. You also have to learn how to set healthy boundaries, and then you have to learn how to go forward, either staying in relationship with that person requiring different, or learning how to let that relationship go so you can have more loving ones in your current life.
Yeah, my motto is, if they can't respect your presence, bless them with your absence.
That part. Come on, and heal from what it costs you to have to do that, because it is painful to have to stay away from people that we love, and sometimes it is necessary.
Spirit, we have to talk about just that element of mental health or whatever, because a lot of us have to do that. We have to do it in order to protect our peace.
Come on. And Rickey, we don't understand that there is something called ambiguous grief that people suffer and live with every day. It's a form of depression that we have to deal with, the life that has never come to be. the relationships that we will never have manifested in the way that we wish that they were. And not enough of us are able to deal with the ambiguous grief because we don't even know that it's a thing. The hopes and dreams shattered that we have to learn how to accept.
Boy, I'm gonna tell you about how hard I was. I was working as a trustee at my home church, and I got preached on about 4 Sundays in a row. And to leave the church that I've been going to all my life, and had to sit at home and wouldn't go to church for about 6 or 7 months because I was so disturbed with ministry and the things that I saw behind the scenes and how hurtful it was.
Come on,
man, and trying to get your life to God and do right and count money and stuff. One day,
spiritual abuse is real, Ricky.
Oh,
and
my
so is
God.
the grief of it.
Beyonce, you remember? You saw it. Y'all saw it. Y'all was with me.
I mean,
it was when I had the home morning show to come to church, and we sat in the wrong seat, and that became a sermon. And they came on like he went off there for his anniversary.
I never wanted to go back.
Man,
I felt so awkward.
It was embarrassing. He went off on the morning show that was playing his record. I don't give a damn. It was playing his record, supporting him there for his anniversary. It felt so bad. That it hurt me so bad, man. I just, Brett, it was terrible. That's a whole other thing. Good morning, Yoma Spirit.
Hey, good morning. I'm calling from Cleveland, Ohio, and I got a question about mental health. When it comes to gambling addiction, I would like to know, how does mental health correlate with the gambling addiction, and what can a person do to try to overcome this, especially when they try the normal things like Gamblers Anonymous and going to meetings and signing themselves out of casinos?
Well, what I will say is gambling addiction, like any other addiction, is really about self-medicating behaviors. So I don't focus on the behavior. I focus on what you are relieving when you are gambling. So there is something that happens. You're not addicted to the gambling itself. You are addicted to feeling better. So when you are gambling, I want to know, what do you feel that when you're not gambling, you feel something different? So perhaps you feel anger, perhaps you feel rage, perhaps you feel sadness, perhaps you feel insecure, whatever it is. But when you're gambling, you feel excited, you feel powerful, you feel strong, you feel confident. So what we have to look at is not what it is that you're doing, but what it is that you are medicating, and how do we heal that? If you can deal with that, what the behavior is will go away.
Hey, Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You can diagnose me on the air right now if you want to.
Nope.
I was at church.
You're not my client. I'm not going to do that.
Spirit, I was at church. They had got the pastor's mother a motorized scooter, and she was coming down the aisle, and they had put it on rabbit and stuff.
Oh my
Terrible.
goodness.
It got out of control, and she came down real fast and crashed into the drums. Okay, is something wrong with me?
That you find the humor in that?
It was the pastor's mother.
Child. Is this the same way he finds the humor in the little white shoes with the little flat heel?
Hey, Spirit, give us your information. You ain't. I was going to book an appointment, but no thank.
Listen.
Thank you.
He said,
Hey,
no,
Spirit,
thank you. No,
Spirit,
I can't do it. I know you.
Spirit,
I know
if you
you
would have
too
seen
well.
the way the drummer jumped up.
See, Rick,
that's
you
the
go
part
sit right in the corner. Sit down. I am not going to hell with you today.
Right.
Okay? And like I tell everybody else, if you are going through hell right now, go faster. Do not get stuck in it, okay? Do not. Go faster. Do what you have to do to deliver yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, then deliver yourself to someone like me who knows how to do it, who will hold the container and make space for you and take you on the journey to the other side, okay?
Come on now.
If there's anything that I can do to try to get you to where you need to be, you can find me on all my socials. I'm Talk to Spirit everywhere, okay? It's Talk, the number 2 Spirit, or you can call us at the office. It is 866-36-T2SBH. 866-36-T2SBH. Here for you guys always. I love
Spirit,
you.
why you don't never sit next to me at any event that we have?
Because you don't act right. You get us in trouble every single time.
Okay, that's enough. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Thank you, Spirit. Love you.
Love you back, baby.